Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And we're brought to you by the New Women's Project, better known as
See that?
Because we are redefining
What's cool
because smart
is the new
gangsta.
baby.
And if you didn't know, now
You
you
know.
know
You know now.
that
It don't matter. It
yes,
don't matter.
it do.
No, it doesn't. Because that I'm not wrestling with that, dog. It's not that. Listen, it's not the day. I'm not.
I thought you left your glasses.
No, I went and got them. I got to be ready for this morning.
Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Yes, Juneteenth. And I don't know. Should it be happy?
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Yes, we're not finna. Yes, we should.
Let's talk about it.
Yes, we should.
Juneteenth. If those who don't know, Juneteenth is the celebration of the freeing of the Texas enslaved men and women. If people don't know the story, when the Juneteenth first arrived, the Emancipation Proclamation was given over the United States, freeing all the enslaved men and women, freeing all the black bodies. But everywhere except Texas, there still was enslaved black bodies for 2 years, maybe 3 or 4 after the Emancipation Proclamation. And after those 2 years, when the Texas enslaved men and women were freed, the celebration became June 19th, or AKA BKA Juneteenth. And we're celebrating here in the Tampa Bay area like never before.
So yeah, we should be happy.
Okay, I'm just checking the trap. I don't know. I don't know.
You just want to be controversial.
I just said I just don't know. I don't know if happiness it should be the word.
When you get your freedom, ain't you happy? The day you walk out of anything that you free of, ain't you? Once you
right.
you entrapped, regardless of how long it took, the injustice that may have been done, but the day that you free, isn't that happiness?
Sorrow.
You was a sour patch.
No.
You was a sour patch.
Sorrow.
How you sour?
Because they freed them people 2-3 years before, and now y'all just coming here to Texas to free us.
No, but I'm happy that I got free because you might have never got the message and still not been free.
See, you just looking at the optimistic side of it.
You got to, because everything don't have to be like, it's like, okay. Yes, you.
Thank you.
No, I'm not. No, I ain't agreeing with you.
I thought you agreed with me.
Heck no, I'm not.
You told me thank you. Usually when people say thank you,
I say yeah. No, I said yes. Okay. I didn't say thank you.
Okay.
But what I was saying, no, all jokes, just like if you get sentenced wrong, unjust, you're upset about it. But the day that you're free, you happy.
Tupac had a song called "When I Get Free." Motherfucker better wash their ass. Soon as I get free, we gonna clock some cash.
So it's Juneteenth, and I'm not gonna let you be a damper on it because I'm not gonna.
You in a celebratory mood?
Aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Well, then you canceling your celebration
today? I ain't
today?
Canceling nothing.
Because you're celebrating Juneteenth and you're doing the whole premiere on the movies and stuff like that. Now you can't be Scrooge and
Santa Claus.
Yeah, you can't. So choose a side.
You can't be Scrooge and Santa Claus. I'm a Gemini. I can be both. Big Gemini season. Big shouts out to all the Geminis.
And that's why we throwing the baby out with the water.
This big Gemini season. Big shouts out to all the Geminis. Tupac had a birthday, a belated birthday. The Chairman O'Malley, from the Uhuru fame, is having a birthday. Big shouts out to the chairman coming up on the 21st.
His birthday in October.
Oh, I thought he was celebrating 60 years.
For Uhuru.
Oh, what?
He's 80.
Is the Uhuru birthday?
Yes, on Friday. They're doing an event
I thought it was a chairman birthday.
The chairman birthday is in October.
Oh, he ain't a big Gemini.
No, he's
got to be more careful.
He's a Libra.
But yes, big shouts out to the Uhuru. Freedom, justice, and all.
Yeah, you just sit here just doing something.
I just woke up, man. I ain't got time for this morning.
What? You gotta have time.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Okay, thank you.
We have some very, very sad situations.
We're gonna go straight to.
I mean, it's 8:00. We ain't gonna take a break.
Oh, we are gonna take a break. We got to take a break. We got to pay bills. When we get back, we're gonna talk about all the amazing stuff and the sad news that's happening in the city. So stay tuned. Tag a friend, tell a friend. We'll be back. 7 minutes after.
Give us 7 minutes, and we'll be right back.
Devastated by the death of his brother, has become an important cultural warrior. This.
Hello, I'm Gabe Ortiz, and this is WEDU Arts Plus. Based out of St. Pete, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is a morning radio show about hip-hop life and urban culture. Meet the hosts who inform and empower their listeners.
I'm Jabbar Edman. I go by Mr. Edman. My role, I'm a host and I'm co-founder.
My name is Brother John Muhammad, Your Brother John, YourBrotherJohn.com. And my role on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is host or co-host.
I just go by Qiana. Sometimes you may hear the guys call me Q. I may say Q just depending on my personality that day. And I'm the female of the crew. All right? I think I keep balance when you look at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So that's my role.
And I'm Bruce Moore Jr. A lot of people do know Bruce Moore Jr., obviously being born and raised here and going to school here, but there's many more people that know Reno.
St. Pete is small, and so the good things and bad things that come with a small city, you know, everybody knowing each other, of course, would be one of the pluses.
My neighbors were not only just my neighbors, they became my family.
Trying to put that back now, like really getting back to a place where we know our neighbors and we look out for each other. There was a St. Pete that existed, you know, south of Central, and then there was another St. Pete that existed north of Central and downtown. It was a struggle then, and I think it's still, you know, somewhat a struggle for black people in the city of St. Pete.
Even with every step of progress we make, it's still a struggle to, you know, implement that progress.
Did y'all hear about the weed college, the first cannabis college?
In Orlando.
Talk to him, Soprano.
No, yeah, I've been looking at it.
This is serious, y'all.
Over a year ago.
If you got the charges, go and get the degrees, King. You got years of experience, man. It ain't like you come into a classroom with no data.
Elon Musk said that a drug dealer knows how to manage and run a business better.
I can't believe that.
The real facts, man.
I'm all about education. But what I'm saying is that we carry this industry on our backs.
The way we started the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, Jabbar approached me about what could we do, how can we do something together, and then an opportunity to promote Amendment 4. Amendment 4 is the, you know, voting rights restoration to returning citizens. We were able to negotiate a deal where we got like 30 minutes on the radio at 99 Jams to talk about, you know, Amendment 4 and other local, you know, policies. To returning citizens. We were able to negotiate a deal where we got like 30 minutes on the radio at 99 Jams to talk about, you know, Amendment 4 and other local, you know, policies and politics. Enjoyed it, so we started doing it on Sundays as like a podcast with, at the time, Janet Michelle. She was our co-host, and she, you know, filled that role until she moved. And then we had Carla Bristol, Carla B. She came in for a season. And then Reno was behind the scenes. He was always present because we did organizing together, so he'd come and hang out. And then the things that he was saying off camera was like, man, we might as well just have you on the show.
The negative thoughts that you is thinking about right now, or any particular subject, y'all, just flip it.
Turn problems into opportunities.
Problems are opportunities, man. Big shouts out to Sauce and Bread, man.
Real deal, man.
We on the jump board together right now. Just being around people and clearly always talking, I just felt like at least learn something. So as you see that you're not going to shut up, you can have substance to your conversation and not just be labeled somebody who just love to talk.
Really being informative, looking to give the information that isn't readily available in our community.
Multiple meteorologists can look at the same data and come up with a different forecast.
And so now you take those models, take that data and say, okay, based upon all of that,
Absolutely.
you might be in between here and there. And that's my know what I'm saying speech.
Most recently, after Carla B, transitioned out and went to do other things as well, Qiana, we invited Qiana.
I've been working with the guys for a while outside of this, and they called me to interview. And when I came in to interview that Sunday, after the show, they was like, hey, you need to be a part of the show. And I was like, okay.
I look at it almost like a band and the instruments, but it's just the instrument that we're using.
Gordon Granger's General Order Number 3. And it was a really remarkable moment because I was in this place, on this island, on this land, with people for whom Juneteenth was not an abstraction. It was not a performance. It was not merely a symbol. It was part of their tradition. It was part of their lineage. It was an heirloom that had been passed down, that had made their lives possible. And so I think I gained a more intimate sense of what that holiday meant. And to sort of broaden out more generally, you spoke to how it was more than 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, and it was an additional 2 months after General Robert E. Lee surrendered.
We're back.
Welcome back
to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. And this is Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And we're brought to you by the New Image Project,
a.k.a. See That.
And we're redefining what's cool.
Because smart is the new gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Hey, now you know. If you didn't know, and thank y'all for tuning in. All our dedicated and loyal supporters. We couldn't do this without y'all.
Mm-hmm. And today is Juneteenth.
Yes, today is Juneteenth, the day they call Freedom Day. All over these United States, they are celebrating the emancipation of enslaved bodies in America.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That was like a condensed version of what I really got to say.
So go ahead and just say it,
because they ain't right. They wasn't right. They done let them people, and it was an injustice. Somebody's supposed to went to jail. That is, if you free people, then there's a whole state of people that ain't free and don't nobody go to jail. You don't hear about the prosecutions. It's just been wrong. It's still wrong. It ain't gonna be right. Some reparations need to be paid.
I agree with reparations.
Okay.
But I'm not going to be the Sour Patch. Well, why are you saying that? It's a lot of people that's not happy about Juneteenth.
Yes. It's a lot of people who are bent out of shape because black people, this is the newest federal holiday outside of Martin Luther King Day.
Right. This is, yeah.
So they don't make too many federal holidays.
Not for us.
Thank you.
And this is one of them.
And we can't have that. They won't let us have that. We're going to have to fight like Harpo and God doggone. I had to fight my mama, my daddy, my brother. All my life I had to fight.
All right, Miss.
That's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Never thought I had to fight.
Never thought I had to fight in my own house. Feel that for the good. I can really act that part. I like that movie. I mean, I didn't like that movie. It was one of the movies I loved to hate. The Color Purple. We're talking about The Color Purple, y'all. On this Freedom Day. Why are we talking about The Color Purple?
You didn't like Color Purple. You didn't like how it portrayed men.
I didn't like it. But I liked it. It's one of the movies I love to hate. Because I love the part when they go to the gambling house. God's trying to tell you something. I love that part. I'm talking about the old Color Purple, y'all. Not the new Color Purple. I haven't seen the new Color Purple. because I didn't like the old that much that I didn't go see the new. Yeah, I didn't like it so much. It's a love-hate relationship.
Sounds like your life.
Yes, it is. I love it, but I hate it. Big Gemini season. All the Geminis.
No.
Stand up, big Geminis.
It's no more Gemini season.
What? Gemini season ain't over?
It ain't.
Check the calendar.
Oh, it is. You're so right.
We a month long and a month strong.
You know who else we're gonna wish? Let me tag her in. Really
big Geminis. We want to say big shouts out to all the Geminis. Two of y'all. We're gonna say it twice. Big Gemini season.
You're right. It is still Gemini season, and today is my sister's birthday.
Happy birthday,
Twiggy.
Yes. Big Gemini season in the
building. Friday they have their her St. Pete Strong. They have their
yes.
On Friday.
Yes, this Friday coming up. Yep,
and
St.
they
Pete
have
Strong.
Lamar Rucker coming in.
Yep, they got Will Packer coming in.
Right.
They got a strong lineup this year. They have a very strong lineup this year.
And they really do really good work in the community too, especially every year for the kids. This year is gonna be at USF St. Pete. Last year they took the kids all the way
to Polytechnic.
Right. Usually it's at St.
Pete College. So they're going around, spinning it around.
Going around, and then it's a
big
lot of
shout out to Dante and the whole team.
Yes, and what they do is they give away electronics to kids. Depending on how they participate and stuff, they get computers, phones, laptops. They feed them. It's a whole day of amazing things that happen for the kids. So I hope that you sign them up.
Yes, St. Pete Strong. Y'all can find them on Facebook. St. Pete Strong.
If you have a summer program and you're looking for something to do,
pull up on them. St. Pete Strong is the I guess one of the premier, if not the premier, tech influence event in Black St. Pete.
Yeah, because it's been going on for a while.
Is there a Black St. Pete or is there just St. Pete? Is there a Black St. Pete? I argue that.
So.
You think it's a Black St. Pete?
I think you can find your culture anywhere, right? You can find
Black culture is everywhere.
You can,
but you can there a destination?
I mean, you can. 22nd is kind of.
That's Black St. Pete. I'm asking.
I think so.
Well, let's ask the audience. I don't know if y'all ever thought about that, but is there a Black St. Pete still?
I think so. I think we get together.
Is the South Side is most definitely not Black St. Pete.
No, but we definitely have but there's things that we do that make it really black. At night, 16th Street is very black. It's Black St. Pete.
So we only come out at night?
No.
So I'm not.
No,
let's talk.
Well, we do some really good events. You seen Freaknik.
But okay,
Black St. Pete.
But
we
don't
have to have a destination to
That's the question. Don't we or do we?
I mean, we don't have to
Why?
What? Why what?
Why we ain't got to have a destination?
That ain't a bad thing.
Yes, it is horrible.
Oh my gosh! Go ahead.
So what?
We have the Sour Patch of the day.
But is there a Black St. Pete? And you saying we don't have to have a destination? And I'm saying yes, we do. Okay, I'm saying yes. That's a part of having what's yours. If you go to Cane Country and it ain't no cane there, it ain't the Cane's country. I'm talking about cane sugar, not cocaine.
Yeah, bad scenario. All right. Yeah, there is a Black St. Pete. I think we have a thriving community. Go ahead.
We got a couple big comments. Okay, in this comment we got, as long as Black people gather here, there's a Black St. Pete.
Thank you,
Thank you for that. Crown Dion. This isn't for us either. It's about the economic money it will get. This is talking about the Juneteenth celebration.
Oh.
They get much more out of the holiday than they give or consider giving to the Black people whenever it is financial for them. Okay. No, that's a real thing.
I don't necessarily disagree with that.
Yes. They do corporate ties and really put our holidays into a rent cycle. So it's Juneteenth everywhere.
Right.
And okay, the history of Juneteenth, like I say, it was when the brothers and sisters were freed from
They said
Texas.
So what they said
Mhm.
is that was Texas was the last state to find out that they were free. That's what they say. So this is the narrative, even though we know they lie, but that's where we're going with it. But go ahead.
Okay, but long story short, people have been talking about Juneteenth a lot. I remember a lot of my woke brothers, conscious brothers, will always talk about Juneteenth. I'm talking about maybe 5-10 years ago, they were always Juneteenth, Juneteenth. You don't know your history, you don't know your history, and it's kind of surreal for me to see it as an actual holiday.
Right. So then don't
I remember the
and people
conscious origins.
Right, because people really been celebrating Juneteenth without it being a national holiday.
Yes.
So then that's
just like Martin Luther King Day.
Right. So then what I'm trying to tell you is don't be a Debbie Downer. Now that it's a national holiday, don't say, hey, it took you long enough.
Why not?
Because that's how you do. When you fight for something, you be happy for the win. It don't like you won.
But that don't mean you can no longer talk about it. That don't mean that don't mean you can't add your commentary or your opinion.
But what I'm saying is, prior to that, you was Juneteenth.
No.
So you was everybody need to celebrate Juneteenth. Everybody need to recognize Juneteenth. You're out there telling people.
Then once they recognize it,
you like, it took you long enough. Like
that's right though. So when they write our reparations check on the back of mine, I'm gonna put in large letters. Took you long enough. That's gonna be my signature on the back of my reparations check.
So that means
by God darn time.
So you're gonna be mad about it?
I ain't gonna be mad.
Okay, so
it depends how much money in it. Now, see, I'm gonna be mad about the amount. If it's measly, if y'all cut us a measly little check. Speaking of measly little check, Tropicana Fish. A measly check. Speaking of measly checks, the city council is on vacation.
Did we close it or somebody else closed it?
I don't know. I think I did. I did.
Okay.
Because I felt like the time bomb was ticking. So yeah, speaking about measly checks, Tropicana Field, the whole development is moving along very fast. If you don't know, it's been renamed the Gas Plant Historic District Redevelopment, and City Council is now on break. They're going to be on break until like July, and then they'll come back in a rapid St. Petersburg Grand Prix fast style racket to get this thing done. And if you or any of your people are not liking what's going on, write your city council members, write the mayor. If you like them, if you love what's going on, write them and tell them, because there's a lot going on around this development and it's a lot to be desired. So, because we're talking about Juneteenth and freedom, because I'm exercising my freedom of speech and saying I ain't with it.
I don't care what it is. He was tired with it.
Segue. It's the Segue King.
Oh,
yes. And I thank y'all so much for tuning in. People dropping comments. Drop a comment. Tell us what's on your mind.
Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Aaron.
Yes, Aaron McFarley. Every day. No, great day, everyone. Happy Juneteenth, y'all. UB says, write all the council members. Yes, UB, you write them.
Right.
Tell them what you feel. You don't have to be agreeable. Wait, that's the wrong saying.
No, you don't have to
agree.
You don't have to agree with your city council, but what you can tell them, and honestly, I would get a group of people all together. Let's say, and see when you do it, and y'all say, "Hey, me and my neighbors
feel
are
like
here,
this, yeah.
feel like this," and
that's
let
right.
them know that this isn't an election year, and remind them that.
Hey, I'm glad you said it is an election year, because we have a unique opportunity, not only in the Tampa Bay area, but across the nation. A lot of people don't know some of the most powerful votes come out the black community. The black woman has single-handedly held the Democratic Party up on her back. I'm talking about, without the black woman's vote, the Democratic Party wouldn't exist right now. I'm going to say it. I'm just jump out on the limb. They wouldn't be here right now. They wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for the black woman. Thank you, black women. And Jam, yes, I know. Hey, and I'm going. And the reason I want to say that, and then this year, the black man vote is the most powerful swing vote, right? If y'all looking at or take any looks at politics, because I like politics, and I'm somewhat of a political analyst. I call myself a political analyst. I can analyze your politics if you let me. So, okay, that's what I was saying. The black man has the most powerful swing vote in America this election. And if you haven't heard that, you heard it here first. So if you, black man and black woman, unite, we now have the most powerful vote in America as one. Think about it.
I mean, and I see this is again, I see a lot of people talking. I see a lot of people talking, right? And
What you think?
I really think it's so important to vote. And to be honest, I don't care what motivates you to vote. A lot of people get motivated for whatever reason.
Yeah, everybody get motivated for a different reason.
For a different reason.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
true.
It makes you feel like you want to make a change, right?
Yes.
And I'm happy about that. So please just get out there and vote, but be careful when you're voting.
Make it an informed vote.
Yeah, make it an informed vote, not just something that social media necessarily tells you.
Yes. Yeah.
And then when you are voting, because I know like people feel like Biden ain't doing nothing. Trump gave them a whole bunch of money.
That's what people feel?
Yeah, people do feel like that. People feel like that. But the fact is, Trump don't keep his word.
I think we need to have some Trump supporters.
Oh yeah.
And some Biden supporters come in. If you would like to volunteer to come in and speak about, because we're gonna be talking about elections, y'all. We're gonna be talking about this process. We're gonna remind y'all of important dates. But we definitely want to have a nice, fair, and balanced conversation.
Right, because I mean, to be honest, I really believe in democracy.
You do, you do. I know you do.
I totally believe in democracy. Like my
I ain't sold.
I am. I am. And
I ain't sold, Q.
Oh,
you gotta give me the finer notes. I need to know what's going on because I don't know. This junk is wishy washy.
Life is wishy washy, but that doesn't mean
You
that
right.
you don't believe in
You
it.
always got these one liners, man. Cut it. You don't know it all. You don't have all the answers, Q. You don't have all the answers.
So they say Biden ain't did nothing. Okay, but anything that you know about politics is that you have to. So when Trump got in,
you got to vote for the lesser evil.
No. But it's not that. When Trump got into office, when you say that, he left from a good administration that had stuff set up.
People don't feel that way though.
No, but they don't. But it shows. But this is why I'm educating.
Yes.
Just because feelings are not facts.
Okay, talk that talk. I mean, I'm with you.
So just because you feel that way doesn't mean that it's factual. So Trump was given a clean plate to work off on where there was good policies and things that happened. So he didn't have to clean up no mess. We had Trump in office for 4 years. Biden has a messy table that he has to clean up. And then everybody keep on saying, hey, Biden ain't doing nothing. Listen, he had a lot to clean up. If you could picture what the White House looked like, think of January 6th, the chaos that happened in front of the public on January 6th. So imagine what was happening behind the scenes that we did not know.
So it's safe to say you voting for Biden.
It's safe to say that I educate myself on things.
Okay,
let's say that.
Okay. No, because I agree. Because we are in a political cycle, not only presidential but also local. Right. We have a lot of local elections. We have marijuana on the ballot, right? I don't hear enough people talking about this medical marijuana amendment that's on the ballot, and I really think it's just like, to me, it's just like Juneteenth. It's Freedom Day. You know what I mean? Because
once they get it,
no, because once we get it, they need to let us have licenses.
Okay.
We need to talk to our local elected officials and talk about putting returning citizens in the business, put us in the game, because we cultivated an industry that's now going to be one of, if not the biggest revenue generators in the state of Florida, potentially. And
can I say something, because I'm reading it? It was like, I would love to hear you name 3 things say this.
Boom, boom.
When you look at it, when you need policy changes and you want stuff to be done, we have to organize and we have to stick together and we have to be consistent and persistent. Tell me when the Black community is doing that. Like, we are so quick to blame everybody for us not getting stuff done when we're not doing our part. We're sitting up here on social media talking about what somebody has done. What have you done to make sure that the policies are passed? What are we doing as a community that we're sticking together where we are marching up there and doing that stuff? I will tell you, I got into the political field because I was like most of us. I sat and complained and realized I was the problem. I was the problem. I wasn't doing it. And you see, as we talk about the problem, but where are the people that's legislating for the changes? Where are the groups that's going up there and doing that? Where's the organizations that's staying together and still fighting? We see change when people link up together and they don't stop.
So I'm going to go ahead and unite with you because I didn't agree with a lot of it. But what I am going to agree with is about the legislation. We got to legislate. A lot of times our politicians are so busy defending themselves and voting up and down things. We don't have a legislative footprint, right? And what that means is there aren't a lot of laws, policies, and practices being written for us and on our behalf, just to be honest. Nowhere.
But because we don't believe in voting.
No. Didn't I just say the Black woman has carried the Democratic Party?
The Black woman.
And, hold on. And the Black man is the most powerful swing vote. Right. If you put them two together, you have one of the most powerful voting blocks. Even when you separate it, we still together.
Yeah, but we still got to do it.
We doing it. Don't you know that's why them people are coming at Black women right now to vote? And don't you know that's why if you watch them, yes, agreed.
So come on, like you.
But it's a lot of people that don't vote of every race. Right. So the average voter.
But see, we're not talking about every race because this is about Black.
Okay,
this is about Black. Okay, we're not talking about other races. So what I'm saying is, and then don't act like we don't have the conversations all the time about we've seen change happen, right? But it happened because it was consistency. The things that we've ever worked on in a long time, it may not came in fruition when you started it, but you can even see now the things that you worked on 5 years ago because you were persistent and your team didn't stop.
Okay, I hear you. And so you I'm in agreement with that. Okay. But what I'm saying is we can't discount that there is not a legislative footprint on behalf of Black citizens. Right, like we just said, it was Martin Luther King Day and then it was Juneteenth. Those are the two Black regulated holidays.
And then you see this, you see what
30 years apart, 40 years apart.
But you see what persistency and consistency got you? We didn't stop celebrating either one of them holidays because they didn't make them
I'm in agreement with you. I'm in agreement with you.
But you see, the group of people stayed together and said, regardless, they never not stop celebrating these holidays.
Okay, you might have won this one. You might have because I can see what you're saying now. But also I do see what the comment is saying as well, because it is difficult to see 3 to 4 things that any politician has done for the Black community, because the legislation for the Black community is very little to none. It's not there. They're not legislating for us. They're really figure holders or people who chanting for us and are spiritual guys and like mental guys. But when you talk about putting that pen to paper and writing a legislation and writing something that means something, it very well don't happen a lot.
And I will tell you that what we do need to do is also hold our officials accountable. We don't do accountability a lot. On the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Okay, I hear that.
Yeah, we don't. So again,
we don't do accountability a lot.
We don't, and then we complain about it, right?
But so and
but we don't, because we have a powerful vote, but we're afraid to tell them, listen, we're not voting for you.
And we don't know what to ask for. Political literacy, people haven't. You weren't just born knowing stuff about politics. I didn't wake up get out my mama womb and come up and say, "Oh, I know politics. I can analyze politics." No, this is something that must be learned, taught, and trained. Either you learn it, somebody teach it to you, or you train yourself on it. One or two or the three. It just doesn't happen. And to be truthful, a lot of people don't have political literacy.
They don't. And then they don't just think. Just like I'm reading like some of the comments, like they're saying like the inflation. The stimulus checks went out. It was a lot of money. The stimulus checks, you saw a lot
So you saying that was inflation? That's the inflation?
A lot of money went out. The stimulus checks went out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They paid a lot of people. Then on top of that, they had we shut the country down, and then they did what shit is when you don't got no job?
Oh, unemployment.
Unemployment. There was a lot of unemployment, and it was a lot of unemployment fraud.
But okay.
And then so what happens is once you give away all of that,
and now you're dealing with it.
and now you have to deal with it. But see, people think that Biden got in, and this is what happens. There's every action there's a reaction, and you have to realize that you don't have one without the other.
I think inflation really came. We experienced corporate inflation, y'all. These companies are hitting record profits back to back. If y'all watch the stock market and the stock exchange, the Dow Jones Stock Exchange has consistently hit all-time highs. They call it ATH, all-time high. You hear them talking about the ATH. Nobody don't know what that means. That means the all-time high. This thing has hit all-time high at least 3 times this year, and at least 4 times, 5 times last year. So what that means is the profits of these companies are so large that over the entire stock exchange, they're experiencing higher than ever profits. And that's on the backs of us. That's what we're calling inflation. That's what we're blaming politicians for. But it's really profiteering by corporations. And we have to understand the difference between the two, because our politicians are getting a bad rap for something that corporations are doing, and corporations are doing nothing but pleasing their stakeholders and their board members.
I won't disagree with that.
They have a fiduciary responsibility to make more profits every year. Every year. If I do an all-time high this year and I don't make it next year, them people can fire you and kick you off the board because you ain't making the profits.
And so just think about it. It's connected. So
it's all connected.
It is all connected. And so just be careful when and
be informed.
And be informed. And I'll tell you this, I don't know everything, but I inform myself. Ooh. And I have a lot of people. Go ahead.
Aaron Farley put I like that, Aaron. Thank you. Stop corporate greed. Yeah. And listen, y'all don't understand. And so I be like really tuned into this junk, and I need to tune into some other stuff. But we are experiencing like the largest stock market growth ever.
Right.
And it's not because the market is just growing, it's because they're making so much profit.
Yeah, they are definitely.
They're making like we just got these coffees. These 50-cent coffees we just paid $3 for.
Actually, we paid like $1 and something.
But
they probably was more like 2-cent coffee. Hey, hey, introduce yourself.
This just you. But good morning, y'all.
What's up, man?
It ain't the corporations that's the problem. It's us that's the problem, because if you don't buy their products or buy their services, then the corporations won't have the money to do the stuff that they do.
We kind of stuck. We got to buy what we need. We got to buy gas. We got to buy milk. We got to buy eggs. But we have to buy what we need.
No. We do better buy what we need, but some of the stuff we do ain't what we need.
Hang up and call right back, Yubi. Hang up and call right back. Because I hear Yubi. Yubi saying that it's not the corporation, it's us, that we're buying into the corporation. I hear you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely hear that, Yubi, because but in my mindset, I strongly feel that the corporations have made a way that they can continue to go up on prices 10%, 5%, 7%, 10%. Then after you look at 4 years, the prices are up 98%, 110%, 112%. Then you look at the stock market, their stocks are up 110%, 120%.
They are.
That just ain't happening. You think that just happening?
No. But what I'm saying is, listen to what I'm saying. Like certain things that if these corporations don't pop up out of nowhere, and they don't get the resources that they need out of nowhere. Where they get the resources they need, they partner with other people with, like the iPhone you may have in your hand. You didn't need to buy that iPhone, but you bought that iPhone. The iPhone took their money and invested in something else. And so that's how where you went to the stuff that you need. You didn't have to buy Microsoft product. You bought that. Microsoft got the money. Now they took over something else.
Mm-hmm.
So you funding that off the things that giving them the money and the resource that's why they stock prices going up. If they stock prices is going up and this is what the game is, we can invest in the game and invest in ourselves rather than invest in the game just to play. And then a lot of times we got to be educated in what we ask for. We just case in point in the comments, the brothers say, hey, the inflation, y'all saying inflation. Hey, you weren't complaining when you was getting them stimulus checks because that's what make inflation go up. The more money you print, the more money you give out with no purpose, higher inflation gonna be. All of y'all who said, hey, we need to raise unemployment up to this. When you raise unemployment up to $15, $20 an hour, inflation goes up because that same hamburger that you was getting for the cheaper price, now I got to pay somebody $15 to make it.
But
so
let me tell you
$25
this.
to get it.
Let me tell you this. They can pay that person $100 an hour. They have the profit built in. They're just undercutting their employees. That's what I say. That's what corporations do. When you sit on the board, you have a fiduciary responsibility to make profits, not help people.
Yes, but the higher,
so once you
common sense. Now, wait, slow down. Common sense. If I'm making a widget or whatever I'm making or providing a service, and I'm charging $2 for that service, and now all my employees, I was paying them to say 50 cents. Now I got to pay all of them $1.
But see, hold on. Let me stop you right there. But
hold on.
Let me stop you. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. But the reality is, the company is selling a $2 widget, but they're only paying their employees 10 cents. See what I'm saying?
It don't matter what it is.
But no, it do because the reason it matters.
You miss the reality.
Listen, let me say this.
I go up to $10. If I go up to $10, if I gotta pay about $100. I can't sell it for $100 no more, and not a poor person can't afford it. You ain't making enough to be able to
listen, corporations don't work like that. Your burger is priced in for theft, insurance, like wages. When you pay, but listen, that's the math game they play. But no.
You missed the math game.
When you buy one burger, you probably pay for 100. That's how they make their profit.
Listen,
they're not making it.
This is what I'm telling you. The higher,
by raising their wages.
What you saying?
By raising their wages.
This is what you saying.
This is what we finna do.
They ain't gonna reduce their profit.
Hold on.
They ain't gonna reduce their profit. They gonna add it on.
No, but that's what
their profit, and they gonna add it on. It's gonna take you more money to get it.
Yeah, so yes,
we'll continue this conversation after the show because I got something to say and I can't say it right now. And we'll talk about it later.
Yes.
Y'all got each
Yeah, y'all got each other number.
So we talking about you listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. It's getting hot and heated. Mm-hmm. We're on 99 Jams, The Bird, Carafresta Radio.
This is what I'm saying, but this is why just as hot as heated as this conversation is right here.
Because they taxing us.
On the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, I want everybody to be that hot and heated on August 20th. When you need to.
What is August 20th?
It is the primary vote.
Oh.
And you need to get out there and make sure that you put your vote in because whatever you stand in, you need to be heard, right?
Listen, I'm so far with you on that. In a part of freedom, because today is Freedom Day. What's on your mind? Part of freedom is exercising your right to vote. Like I said before, the black woman has carried the Democratic Party for decades. Without the vote of the black woman, there wouldn't be no Obama. There wouldn't be no Bill Clinton. I'm thinking about the Funk Master. But without the black woman, there would be no Joe Biden. Right? So now you add in that the black man is predicted to be the most powerful swing vote in the country. Not just here in St. Pete, Tampa, Clearwater, but in the entire United States.
Aaron put that August 20th is
the voting day
for our area.
Thank you so much, Aaron.
You say that because some people have already had their primaries, depending on like what state and all.
But that's for national. That's for the national, and the presidential already has their
November 5th.
They already have their candidates. You get what I'm saying?
For the presidential, we already know who is.
They already know. So we got to look and kind of focus on the local elections. We have marijuana. Y'all gonna get this. Y'all gonna get this work. Marijuana is on the ballot. No matter how you feel about it, what you feel, because I think this is the first step. We pass recreational marijuana, and then we allow returning citizens to get equity licenses to also help profit from this business that's coming. It's a big business coming, right? California already experienced it, all these other, and this we need it because right now we need to pay teachers, right? We need to build roads. There's so much we need to do, and we have a new income source
You know
coming.
what? And I know Pinellas County is sitting thinking about
Yes, they're gonna. Yes, you got to vote on it. It's a vote.
It's a vote about increasing your property taxes to pay the teachers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, you know where I think the money should come from.
Well,
Tropicana. You could disagree.
Did you hear the silence though? I heard the silence cross the airways. So you think that the money for the teachers should come from but they're not negotiating those types deals.
But these are things that I feel
What?
like if this is something that means a lot, and then you know what I mean.
No, they used to tell me. I used to always talk about school and school issues to my local electeds, right? No, they always used to tell me that's not ours. You got to go talk to your school board. You got to go talk to the superintendent. This is what the local politicians would tell me, the city council members, because I always be like, hey, we need to do something for the kids. We need to do this.
They heard the rat piss on the cotton.
I did. It was quiet.
It was.
But listen, because right now on the ballot is going to be higher wages for teachers in Pinellas County. Mm-hmm. And it's something that's got to be voted on. We can have people come in and talk about both sides of it. But what I'm saying is, if we wanted to roll in the Tropicana deal to help pay for teachers, one of the things they're going to say is that they ain't got nothing to do with that.
You do, but whatever.
They can't. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm
being facetious.
I know you are, but I'm just saying that's just my thought in it because we already can't afford to live here anyway, and then we're going to add more taxes for the teachers and more taxes for Tropicana.
Ooh, what about them high water bills? Y'all know the water bill gonna keep going up 13 and 10 and 5 and 6%.
No. But listen, my water bill was like $130.
Listen, we've been suffering it in silence.
And now my bill is like $2 something.
Listen.
I'm like, and I know it's just 2 people in my house.
No, but
and we're gone all day. I just don't know what is water going.
You paying what you paying for is all the sewage that was spilled into Tampa Bay. What you paying for is all those lateral lines that need to be made. And the reality is, we are getting priced out of this town. And if you add up all these future costs that is coming, all the future costs, the water bill is going to start at $150. And I'm going to $100 connection fee.
I'm going to almost agree with Aaron. They don't want to pay the teachers more. Like it is a way to get people together and say, hey, we want to. This is a problem. But then
what you said, they don't want to pay teachers cut because that Project 25 will get rid of public schools. Oh, King Rico said get rid of public schools. Ooh,
wait. I don't want to get rid of public schools.
I mean, public schools haven't served us well. Let's just be honest. I ain't talking about the teachers. I ain't talking about the school board members.
Private schools haven't either.
Okay, the education system hasn't served us well.
Let's say the education system. Let's not, because there's some great people that came out of the public school system. So
out of private school. What are you talking about? It's everywhere.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna say, but overall.
But we gotta say it. They ain't serving us, because if we want to get service and get service to a certain level, we have to say we're not getting it. We have to say, hey man, I have a huge problem. Because right now, there's a lawsuit about black students in Pinellas County that been going on for like 30 years, 40 years. I'm like, call them to the carpet. Stop re-extending it. Call them to the carpet. Them people owe us because they haven't done what they said they was going to do for 40 years.
And I'm one of the people when we sit up here, I'm more solution based, right?
Mm-hmm,
I will say that. Like I agree and don't. You know what I mean?
How you don't agree?
No, I'm agreeing and disagreeing.
How?
I mean, because I've seen some great people out of the public school system, so I'm not going to say.
Okay, I did too. I'm a great person out of public school, but I dropped out. I didn't go a lot.
Well, I did.
They kicked me out. It was a school to prison pipeline for me.
If you was in it,
but I'm just saying,
if you was anywhere like you hear that, I understand.
No, you don't. It was a school to prison pipeline for me. They were shipping us from Osceola to the boot camp, and it was the biggest school to prison pipeline in America.
I will tell you, I was also the person who homeschooled my daughter all through middle school.
You were smart.
You know,
you were a genius. You really is. You had a vision that the rest of us can't see. That's why I be quiet and listen to you sometimes. Sometimes I shut up. I be quiet as soon as you go to talking.
No, but also, what you do is you find the value. And what you're doing, it's either the glass is half full or half empty, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
You can find value in anything that you do, or you cannot find value in anything when what you do. It's how you look at it, and then it's how you move, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that you can grab and you give you a lot of value.
But that's what we have to do. We got to be Sanford and Son. We got to turn trash into treasure. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? But what we saying is, why we not being presented with the treasure from the beginning? Right? We're asking for the treasure up front. Don't give us trash that we have to turn into treasure. Don't give us a trash education that I gotta make my way through. Give me the good education so I can excel. So y'all can put me on a platform where I can experience my genius at 15 instead of 45.
So let me say this. You look at it, people hear you, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have all these schools here in Pinellas County, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is supposed to be treasure.
Supposed to be.
Right. And you hear what we said?
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people hear you. They made the change, right?
Yep.
We look at Perkins that go into John Hopkins, that go into Gibbs. How many people say that they don't want to send their kids to John Hopkins? How many people say that they don't want to send their kids here?
Listen, you're right.
So this is what I'm saying.
And then now they done made it a pipeline. Now it's a pipeline that our children aren't in.
Right, and because we're complaining, like I don't want to send my kids.
But it's a magnet school, and then the magnet school, your child has to be accepted into the program. And then if your child isn't in the program, they're in the regular school. And see, that's what people talking about.
But it's a lottery pick, so everybody apply. And then, but what I'm saying is, there's no winning.
What you mean?
No, because we're always gonna complain.
No.
This is what we state.
No,
we do.
No,
because you just said give us the treasure up front. Now they built changed the schools around.
But
right?
There's loopholes in it. See, hold on, because I gotta say this because people have a very valid argument when they say this stuff, and I don't want to disqualify their arguments for the sake of just having a quick conversation, because these schools were built, but these schools are segmented and quartered off, and the magnet school children aren't experiencing a regular day school life. It's a whole different world for them.
So I mean, Rico King, she sugarcoating stuff. She's afraid of them people. Who is she? And who is them people? Because if you're talking about me, then I know you don't listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So, I mean, can you make that clear for me, please? Because I'm the only she that's on here that's talking. So, unless you're talking about somebody in the comments, can we make that clear?
So, okay, let's keep moving. You would say, yes, we see the game and continue to play it the same way. Exactly. And that's all I'm saying is let's switch it up a little bit. It's a lot going on. We got to move on from this subject. Because we got to. So,
all right.
So listen, we had a tragedy.
We did have a tragedy.
We had a tragedy. A young lady lost her life to domestic violence yesterday morning in the apartment complex.
Oh, the number is 727-637-2416. Again, it's 727-637-2416. Please call in. Go ahead.
So yes, the young sister lost her life. We want to send prayers and condolences to the family.
Ma'am, I just like to get clear understanding. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, we're talking about the young lady that lost her life yesterday morning. It was a unsolved case of domestic violence.
Yeah.
And we want to confront some of the issues that we having in our community around this stuff. And we got to do more for our community and help make sure our people are safe. We want to send condolences to the family. This is truly a sad occasion. A young lady lost her life yesterday morning. And
Hello?
We got more details.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yo. Call, introduce yourself.
Yeah, this Rico King, and I said what I said. If you don't agree with where our train of thought coming from, and you're afraid of them people, that's just what you do. That's what most people do in positions of authority. Y'all be afraid of the people that's higher than you, so you be afraid to really speak your truth. Your truth ain't my truth, so therefore you can't expect me to disagree with you or nothing.
Hold on, Reed. Let her respond.
People get rid of the whole board and everything. It's not for us. If it ain't for us, why would I agree to you that it got some good in it? Ain't no good in us having a failure for 40 years.
Yes, Reed. Let her respond, Reed. Hold on. Let her respond, Reed.
So, okay, one is I didn't disagree with that part of it, but what I'm saying is you can look at all the negative, and what I'm saying is you can find good in anything, and you can find.
I'm not looking to find no good and no negative, lady. Is you cuckoo?
No, I'm really not. But what we're not gonna do is
Yes,
be
yes. Hey, thanks for the call, Reed.
Yeah, right. What we're not gonna do is be disrespectful, and then what happens is people listen to small sound bites and hear things and then want to rebuttal, and you don't listen to hear. Because if you also heard, I was the person who took my daughter out of public school system and private school system and educated her myself, because I know what is not.
And you keep talking about the public school system like you was a participant.
I was, but my daughter also graduated from Lakewood High School.
Yeah,
too.
but you homeschooled her.
But I'm saying what I did was
you laid
I
the foundation,
and then I took her out.
You did
and
right.
Then I laid the foundation of what I wanted her to learn, and then put her back in where she
I
had
hear
the
that.
tools to thrive in that situation.
Yeah, I hear
so
that.
I'm not saying that the school system is perfect. Not by far. There's a lot of things that can be changed. But what I'm also saying is I personally don't sit into the complaint line, since this was about me, the cuckoo lady, is that I knew it was a problem and that I could not personally change the system myself. But what I could do is change the foundation that I gave my daughter.
Listen, I thank you so much for that, because it's a lesson to be learned, and we learning it, as we go. Then we change the subject.
We did, but he came in and listen.
You crunk.
No,
you done drank your whole cup of coffee.
I always drink my whole cup of coffee, because one is we attack issues in our people.
Yes.
All the time. And I'm never taking any shots at people personally when we're talking about stuff. Me and Jabbar go back and forth. And then to be on here to try to assassinate somebody's character, I wouldn't do that to you. Yes, we can agree to disagree all day long. I don't care if we don't agree. We can walk away and shake hands, have dinner after this. Go to IHOP and sit down and have breakfast. And ain't no issue with that, because this is the beauty of America, of democracy, of us being free thinking people.
Yes, it's a dialogue. We got to go back and forth. We got to go back and forth. Sandra say we can agree to disagree, but we cannot be disrespectful. Miss Peanut says, "Hey there, cuckoo lady." Look, he got jokes. He got jokes. It's too soon. You gotta wait. You gotta wait a couple minutes. Look, brother John.
You want me to tell you why?
No, I gotta keep going.
Let me tell you why it ain't too soon, because I ain't taking it personally.
You not.
But I stand on respect.
Yes, you do. You do.
And because I give it, I demand it.
Yes, we're gonna respect each other's ideas and opinions, and then we're gonna grow from it. We're gonna build. Crown Dion, Black communities need funding for charter schools. As of right now, the Democratic administration has stopped new applications for funding for new charter schools. This is not a coincidence. Yes. I mean, y'all, you cannot honestly think they're gonna pay for us to liberate our people.
No, they're not.
They're not going to finance the revolution, y'all. The revolution must be financed by us, time, talent, and treasure. We are going to have to dig deep into our pockets, our souls, and our minds, because there's always going to be a wrench thrown when there's an escape hatch, right? When there's an escape hatch, they're going to throw the wrench to try to block it. And, these charter schools, I know a lot of people that don't like charter schools. Right. They feel the charter schools is taken from the public schools, and I honestly feel, especially here in Pinellas County. See, I don't know a lot about Hillsborough schools. I don't know enough about Bradenton schools, but the Pinellas County schools have been failing Black students for over 4 years. Hands down, there's been a lawsuit that they failed, and they have. How can I say this? I want to say it right. They have negotiated for the last 10, 20 years to reinstitute this new plan every couple of years. And what I'm saying is, call them to the carpet. Yeah, call them to the carpet. Y'all failed us for so long. The school to prison pipeline, the miseducation of the Black man and woman. Hey, man, they owe us.
So I'm going to tell you, regardless of what school they go to, charter school, the private school sector, the public school, you still have to have good educators in there. And I think, like we said earlier, the whole education system has failed us. You see charter schools that are closing because they don't have to have any standard, and these kids are still not learning anything. It's about the
That's what they be saying, though.
I mean,
You're right. That's what they be saying.
I done seen kids that come out of the charter school
yeah.
and then end up having to go back into the public school system because they didn't learn anything, because they didn't have proper structure in there. Because these charter schools also, you don't have to go to school to get degrees and stuff. They have people, regular smuggler people who are not educated to educate our children. And not saying you necessarily need it. So there's a lot of stuff that you
and we got to keep our eye on the road. Brother John says we are financing these schools with our tax dollars, so we have the right to make demands. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I agree with you on that.
That's what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, when you have a system or a plaintiff, this is a plaintiff. Like the Pinellas County School in these lawsuits are plaintiffs, right? Because they were sued by the defendants, which was us, the black family members. Crowley versus Pinellas County School. I think that's the name of one of the cases, right? And shout out to Mr. Crowley. Long story short, we cannot continue to keep getting our children miseducated. And if y'all didn't know, they changed the graduation standards to graduate more black men. That wasn't just to graduate white kids, no, that was a specific change. And now you got people graduating and barely can read.
Right.
Because the standard was lowered to try to get into this lawsuit. They know they're wrong. They know they're doing a lot of stuff. That's why you hear this bridging the gap plans. All these plans are only being made because they have a lawsuit that they are trying to stop from paying us.
Right.
The negotiation is, okay, don't pay us, teach our children. But it's been 40 years. I think we need to. We need to bust up the monopoly.
But I will say,
they got all the land. We can take the land and build affordable housing in our own schools. Okay. I just had an idea.
No, I'm not against the idea, but I'm all about accountability too. And like, I just feel like if the school system is not doing what they're supposed to do, then it falls back on the parents, the people who had the children.
Okay, and let's talk about it. We got 3 minutes.
We got 3 minutes. And what I'm trying to say is, like, we like to point fingers, but when you know your child is struggling,
on us.
Like, when are you taking out the time to sit down, if you don't have it, to send them to tutors? When are you giving them that extra foundation? But and I don't subscribe to all, but all of them is signed up for football, even though you know that they're failing and cannot read the letters that's going across their chest.
So
you know what I mean? So it takes everybody. Go ahead.
So okay then, so we're going to talk about some solutions, because we do have to educate our children, and sometimes some parents are miseducated as well, so they don't have the tools. So that's when the community comes in, and we have to be some type of safety net, right? We got to have tutoring opportunities. We have
this, right? But the parents have to want to participate, right?
Facts. We gotta.
You saw it at the barbershop book club where people stopped bringing their children because Tony was asking them to read to get a free haircut, because they didn't want their kids to be embarrassed because they couldn't read.
Listen, that's a reality. You gotta.
This is a reality, and this is the things that we're like before. Like, I'm at one of the things, like, we could talk about all the problems, but what are we doing to solve them? And that's where I'm at. I like to point at self first before I'm pointing at everybody else.
Yes, I definitely think we could take on the responsibility of helping educate our kids and helping parents, right? We can figure out some ways and some creative strategies to where we teach our kids. If they ain't teaching Black history in school, why we don't have a Black history class after school,
right?
Where we teach it, and where they coming to the park or they're coming to somebody's house or whatever.
You give them what you want,
but we got to organize it, because I think parents are busy being parents, and some of the parents,
and some parents are busy just living their lives.
That's a part of being parents. You don't stop living your life as a parent.
No, but some of them, like you said, never mind. We'll talk about this another
day. Yeah. We can talk about it Friday.
We can talk.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Friday.
Yes, tonight, at the Tampa Theater.
Oh yeah, it's a lot going on tonight.
Yes, tonight at the Tampa Theater at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Come on out. It's a free red carpet event. Big shots out to Cranston Cumberbatch. Come on out, and then we gonna from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the historic Tampa Theater. We're having a red carpet free event. Come on out. We're inviting everybody out. It's appreciation for all the filmmakers and freedom we're celebrating.
Right, and then Damian Davis have his open mic tonight.
Yes.
At Urban Drinker. I'll be on the plug report this evening as well at 9:30 to 11:30. So yeah, catch all of that great jazz and have a happy Juneteenth. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Lose your shoes and shout all around the house.
Right, and I am Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And we're out.